Hey guys, Fire here, and thanks for joining me as I review the Fine Art of Murder. So, it's probably going to be a little bit of a shorter review, but I'm going to dive into three kind of categories, and really two of them aren't going to make a whole lot of sense.
Press the A button now.
Let's first talk about the gameplay experience. Now, this is it's basically a choose-your-own adventure book that, you know, as far as gameplay, one of the things I really actually like about this, but also I don't like, is you have the ability to turn on a voice narrator.
Use the up and down directional buttons to select a choice. Use the A button to activate the selected choice, and the B button to return to the table of contents anytime. There are two choices. One,
that you
voice
can
guidance,
turn on and off, and I definitely think it's something that is just kind of neat. So, like, you can, like, close your eyes and have a story read to you, which is kind of cool. Outside of that, it's basically just going to be running through this supernatural story as you try to figure out the different branching endings that exist. The settings and everything are basically just turning the narration on and off, and then some of the speed of the things that you can do. And then there's a little bit of an about section that gives you some more information on the book, but you're basically going to be clicking through the pages as the story proceeds and going through the different areas, and then you're eventually going to be given opportunities for different dialogue options to branch out your story. As far as the graphics of the game, it's a book. I don't really know what else you can dive into it. I like some of the I think some of like the drawn on pages that are kind of nice, that add a little bit to the story, but you know, it's kind of there. I think most of your experience, if you're going to play this game, is probably going to be just closing your eyes and listening to the story. I think it's the best way to play the game. So let's talk about my impressions of the game. Of the book, I guess you could say. I think it's kind of nice. It's very short, but I like the branching stories. So some of them can be kind of repetitive, it feels like at times. And I do wish the narrated voice didn't sound robotic, but I actually had some tone and fluctuation as it reads the story to you. It's very monotone, as you can see here.
The Fine Art of Murder.
I'll let it play for just a second.
You arrive at the solicitor's office, full of nervous anticipation. All you know is that you've inherited...
So, like, there could be some tone and adjustment and kind of just, like, make it feel more human. So I hope that if they do come through to do another one of these games, that's something they actually consider diving into. I think it's a decent, and probably the first choose your own adventure book that I've seen on console with narration. So I like it for that sake, but the story and then does kind of get a little bland, and after one playthrough, it's kind of hard to want to go back and play it multiple times. There's a couple different story moments you can kind of try to unlock along the way, but beyond that, there's not a whole lot of things for you to kind of delve further into. I think it's an okay storyline. You're going to get some neat experiences along the way. I think the animation cells are some of the most, I guess, neat things to kind of experience and get to see while you're playing. But I think overall, it could use a little bit of a personality more to the game. It's not a bad game by any means. It's a neat little story that I definitely think if you like visual novels, you probably have a little bit of fun checking this one out. Some of the animation cells get a little repetitive, as you can see here, so I think just a little more work on the personality in the game would go a long way for it. Outside of that, I'd love to know what you guys think of my review down below in the comments. If you have any opinions on the Fine Art of Murder, or if you like these kind of games, let me know what your favorite one is down below in the comments. As always, I appreciate you hanging out with me, and I hope to catch you in the next video.
Continue.